Hello my loves, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 practices for pristine, radiant, sensual queen energy. These are some of the top practices that have truly helped me in my sensuality and feminine energy journey and have helped hundreds of my clients as well to truly embody sensuality and dark feminine energy in their lives, businesses, and relationships, and just overall in the way that they show up in life and in the way that they show up in the world. So if you want to know what these specific practices are, then go ahead and stick around for this video. The first thing that absolutely changed my life and completely shifted me into pristine, radiant queen energy was upgrading your environment. Now, I know a lot of times we are not always in the space where we can go ahead and upgrade to our most dream abundant lifestyle and our dream abundant living. When I talk about upgrading your environment, I mean truly being able to create an oasis of the space that you currently occupy, to put you in the energy that makes you feel the most abundant, like your most sensual, relaxed self. Something that I highly recommend that you look into is look into your astrocartography. Astrocartography basically shows us where we are designed to be the most abundant, be the most magnetic, or whatever kind of experience it is that you're looking for, even if you want to have the most growth in your life. Astrocartography can literally show you the places, the countries, the cities, the states where this energy can be enhanced. I highly recommend looking at where your Jupiter line is, but there's so much in-depth nitty-gritty things about astrocartography that you can totally check out online, but I would definitely look into that. Along with your environment, when it comes to truly being able to nourish your feminine energy and your feminine essence, I find that for women, there is nothing more nourishing than being able to have access to water and warmth. It is just something so incredibly soothing and healing about the ocean. And so if you don't live in like a warm climate right now, or you don't have access to an ocean regularly, I highly suggest that you make that a priority, to whether you go on vacation every few months to a warm place with like crystal clear blue water ocean. I mean, think about all the times that you have gone on vacation to Mexico or the Caribbean or whatever the case may be. Think about how you feel when you're there. This is because not just the ocean, but island life itself is one of a slower pace. It's a more sensual environment. So I highly recommend that if you're really truly serious about stepping deeper into your sensuality, making sure that you make that a priority. The second thing is stop arguing about your standards. Stop explaining your standards to people. Stop trying to justify your standards to people. I work with a lot of very high achieving women, and something that I've noticed is that it is quite hard for them to actually own their deepest desires and their next level standards, because typically they have grown up in an environment where if you are not self-sacrificing yourself constantly and putting yourself last, then that means that you're selfish and you're not a good person. And so when you have entered a season in your life where you are deciding, like, you know what, I want to live a different kind of lifestyle. I want to live a softer lifestyle. I want to truly embody more sensual living. I want to be more in my feminine essence. There are certain things that your family, your friends, your loved ones are just not going to understand. And it is not your job to convince them of why this is right and why you're doing it this way and how this is going to break generational curses and all these different things. The best thing that you can do is just simply be an embodiment. Simply start making the changes in your life. And based on the fruits that start bearing in your life via happiness, via abundance, via, higher level opportunities start coming in, then people start typically asking questions. Then people typically start asking how. But you will save yourself so much energy and time when you stop trying to convince people of why you have these certain standards and just simply start being an embodiment of it. The third thing is be a problem. This is probably my favorite one. So, most of the clients that I have worked with have grown up being, the high achievers, the perfect students, the good girls, the oh my gosh, you're so nice. They have literally done life by the books. They have gotten the great careers. They, have the family. They have the man, or whatever the case may be. They have done everything that they're supposed to. They help their family, all the different things. And they have also learned within that what also gets me love and what also gets me validation is when I'm not asking for too much, when I can be quiet and out the way, when I'm not being a problem, when I'm not being an inconvenience. And typically what I have found is that all of those things that you are trying to avoid are the very things that you need to own. I want you to start tapping into some of the things that people might shun you for, people might look down on you for. You've got to start owning those parts of you. So some examples of this could be if you're used to, helping certain family members out and it's getting to a point where it's draining you, being able to say, hey, this isn't working for me anymore. You've got to find your own arrangements. So within that really comes seeing people as highly capable of figuring things out for themselves as well. I know a lot of times as high achieving women, we get into this space. We're so used to saving everyone. We're used to playing that hero savior role. And how can you step out of that? That is going to really truly give you back more energy, more radiance, and more of your time back. The fourth thing is challenge yourself. Challenge yourself mentally, physically, spiritually. Go for bigger. And when I say this, I know the majority of my audience, you guys are very high achieving people already. You already go for things that most people wouldn't go for. And what you have to keep in mind is that you yourself, you know your limits, and you know when you're kind of coasting, you know when you're in your comfort zone. Even if other people are looking at you as the pinnacle of success, a lot of the spaces that you might occupy, you are probably at the top of the food chain. You have to make sure that you are consistently putting yourself in spaces where you are challenging yourself. And of course, there are seasons where we do need to rest and retreat and just be. But I noticed that a lot of times when people are talking about stepping into their soft girl era and their soft girl energy, they almost want to completely do away with their masculine energy. They want to do away with any kind of challenge in their lives and they just only want to rest. But I know that for you, when you are consistently up leveling yourself and upgrading yourself, your mind, your body, and spirit, you feel even better as a woman. You feel even better as a human being. So what is that next level thing that you know you need to go for? Is it a change in career? Is it switching up some things in your relationships? Is it starting your social platforms? Is it starting a community? What is that thing that you know is your next level? And my final practice for pristine, radiant, sensual queen energy is to take more action. I noticed that a lot of women, especially high achieving women, very self-aware women, they love to do a lot of ruminating and journaling and trying to figure something out in your mind. And you want to have all of the pieces and all of the answers perfectly ready to go before you go ahead and take action and actually do the thing. And a lot of times we talk ourselves out of so many different blessings, out of so many different opportunities because we're overthinking, we're over analyzing the situation, and we're giving ourselves more time to be in all of the what ifs. So how can you start trusting yourself a little bit more to start taking the action towards the things that you know in your heart you've said yes to? A lot of times we think, oh my God, I just need to take a little nap. I just need more rest. I need to rest. Right? I need to rest and just relax before I go and do the thing. And I want to give you a challenge. Instead of resting, I want you to actually get up and just go take action on something. Because what I have noticed is that although rest is good, we love rest over here. When we are in too much rest, that actually creates inertia and it makes us even more tired and it makes us even more depressed or sad because we're not moving the needle forward towards where it is that we actually want to be. And so that makes us even more sad. We want to lie down more because we're feeling bummed out. So how can you challenge yourself a little bit more? Okay, I know I want to go lay down, but I recognize that this is just me avoiding, but I'm going to act in spite of fear. I'm going to act in spite of fear. And that's something that I want you to start telling yourself more and more is I act in spite of fear. I can feel the fear. I can feel all the things. I can feel all of the what ifs and all these different things. But guess what? As a person, I act in spite of fear, and watch how your life changes. All right, ladies. So let me know down in the comments below, which one of these 5 practices are you going to start implementing into your life wholeheartedly for the next 30 days. Go ahead and leave them down below in the comments. Go ahead and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.